Whoo, a nice stew, making me happy. I want to show you what I would do with this stew. I'd put a little pepper on it, fresh ground pepper. 1, 2, 3. Pepper is a metabolic stimulant. Pepper gets your digestion going. It also increases your whole vital force, circulation in the brain. And when you put a little pepper in with other flavors, it circulates it better. So I'm going to have a little taste here just to see how I like it. Really nice. The sour works nicely with the spices, with the salt and the sweetness of the veg. Now I'm going to show you sweetness of the veg. Now I'm going to show you how to make a tonic beverage. This is class 5, coming down the home stretch. Start with an empty wine glass. Get some Pellegrino water or some other naturally sparkling waters. Fill it up about halfway, like so. All right, it's good just like that. Then try a splash of cider vinegar. This is Bragg's apple cider vinegar. Paul Bragg was a pioneer in this field. He was one of the people I studied early in my life when I was a young kid. Paul Bragg was an old man, and he was really into fresh, natural, raw foods and juicing. He lived to be 100 years old. So I'm going to put in about the equivalent of a 1/4 teaspoon of cider vinegar, that's all. Okay? He was one of those people who liked cider vinegar and honey. It's an old folk remedy that Dr. Jarvis brought into the world, said it was a cure for arthritis. Well, guess what? When you put honey in water, honey sinks to the bottom, it doesn't mix. So I'm going to suggest real maple syrup and a little bit of maple syrup. Again, 1/4 teaspoon maple syrup. Now, if you want a little sweeter, or you want a little sour, you've got it going. So here's a classic remedy of maple syrup and apple cider vinegar. Taste that. Tastes really refreshing. It's good before a meal or after a meal. Then if you want to get exotic, and I actually like being exotic, I would suggest we add some spice to it. And if you have fresh ginger, you can use a microplane for ginger. In this case, I'm going to show you something different. It's nutmeg. And nutmeg is very good for the brain. It wakes up circulation in some of the centers of the brain. Use a microplane and grate fresh nutmeg, 1, 2, 3, or as much as you like, into your vinegar and maple syrup water. Let it stir around. Give it about 5 minutes to infuse. And when you smell it, it smells amazing. And then have a toast. And thanks for being with us.